Good morning. How's everybody doing? My name is Lana. This is the Lighthouse. And this is going to be a morning epiphany, though it is more like mid-morning. I'm in the process of, guys, the Wi-Fi's been working again, so I'm uploading videos as fast as I can. So I was looking at a Virgo reading by Stacy at the Daily Brew. I used to listen to her a lot. She's the perfect girl next door. She's somebody I could sit and have coffee. She loves coffee and tarot, and so do I. We could sit down and talk for hours. I've told her that before. She says yeah. So I went back because I was looking at the Virgo reading because she went on a little short vacation or took care of some business, and then she came back. So her readings are coming out a little bit late. And so I was looking at everything, and it was resonating with me. And then I was like, huh. And then all of a sudden I have this deal with my angels that it is that for them to pop up in my feed videos I need to see or check out again. Hang on, guys, I can grab my coffee. So I looked at a Virgo reading she did from April, and then a 13 moon video, just a general read from Andy at 13 moon popped up, and I decided to watch it again. And I'm looking at it and I'm going, ooh, that's exactly what's going on right now. So and that reading is called oh God, what's the first part of it? They are their own worst enemy. Someone is creating a mess that they won't be able to clean up. And I'm looking and listening and going, okay. So I'm seeing a lot of clarity, right? So I just wanted to say, somebody told me one time, they said, I wanted somebody who had been there and done that, okay? I wanted somebody that wouldn't, make the same mistakes again, all right? So that made sense to me. I agreed with that. And then over time, what I've come to realize is when you've been there and done that, when you get to be in your 50s and 60s, and you start recognizing situations that are coming around again, and you're like, oh no, I've been here and done that on that one, I'm not going to do it again, right? So somebody that says something like that to you then teaches you or tries to do something different, and you realize the whole relationship or that whole time at that job or with that friend or that ex or that relative, family member, whatever, you realize you've learned a hard lesson from it. And when you sit back and what's the word I'm looking for? When you sit back and you think about it and realize, gee, wow, look how far I've come. Look how much I've learned. I know I won't do that again. So if somebody says that to you and you realize, then they put you through something, and you realize, well, if they came back, it'd be, well, I'm not going to go back with you because, like you said, you wanted somebody that had been there, done that, and I've been there, done that, and now that you put me through a been there, done that, I won't do it again. So you kind of just screwed yourself, right? So I'm looking at stuff and I'm going, I am learning how to realize, without it hurting my feelings, people that are going to be a high and by type of friend, okay? When you start trying to make friends when you get older, when you realize you really don't need people anymore, but you want the contact because you're human, that you're going to meet people that you try to make friends with or whatever, and you will suddenly realize that they kind of close you out, and then you're like, okay, well, that happens to me. I'm not going to let that hurt my feelings. And then they say bye to you every day, and you're like, okay, bye. And you realize, bingo, you're just going to be a high and by friend. You're going to be, this other one is going to be someone, when I see you, we're going to talk for 5 minutes, and that's all I'm ever going to get out of the situation, right? That's fine, okay? So, and then somebody puts you through something, and you realize, been there, done that, not doing it again, and then they try to come back, or you think they might try to come back, and you realize, been there, done that with you, not doing it again, right? So that comes back and bites them in the ass, okay? So at my age, I am finally learning more about patterns than I've ever learned before. So I want to share those. Those are patterns. I have been there, done that, ain't doing it again. Got the t-shirt, as MJ Soulful Revolution used to say back in the day. Haven't heard her say it in a long time. Been there, done that, got the t-shirt, okay? Or got the invisible, ain't doing that again, tattooed on my forehead in invisible ink, okay? So yeah, ain't going to go there again, okay? And don't know if those situations are ever really going to come up, but I know if I see those patterns again, I know I'm not going to go there. So guys, just realize no matter how old you are, if you look for those patterns that you've been in, and you actually sit there and tear that shit apart in your head, don't stay in your head too long, but if you actually look at it and say, well, why did I feel this about this? And then, like your angels, your guides, or even your higher self comes in and says, at this moment they didn't choose you, or at this moment this happened. And then you start seeing specific little times, and the lights go off, the bells go off, and you go, wow, been there, done that, ain't doing that again. Can now see this pattern through this whole relationship. because I never really thought about patterns of behavior until I used to watch, I want to say it's True Crimes. It wasn't True Crimes. It was the movie with The Closer with Kira Sedgwick. Her and her boyfriend, her FBI boyfriend, realized this guy kept doing this pattern of dressing up like a woman, getting these men that he was never going to do anything with anyway, and he was killing them and stealing their money, okay? And he was dressing up like a girl. They had to out him as a girl, saying, you know, you did it once, that's one thing, but once you do it twice, it's a pattern. And then MJ comes along a few years later, and when I was still in Mississippi, and it talks about patterns. I never really thought about patterns of behavior. Same thing like a narcissist has, or, you know, patterns of behavior. Now I'm at an age where I'm looking at patterns of behavior and going, shit, that tells you so much about people. Okay? So if you've never thought about that, think about that. So if you get to those, this is just not enough in there. I had to go make a trip this morning and get me some more creamer. So if you start seeing patterns, sit with that. Write it in your fucking journal. Okay? We're 6 minutes in, so yeah, we're 7 seconds in. First 7 seconds of a video, YouTube says you can't cuss and you can't this, that, whatever. Okay? So I try to follow the rules, guys. So I just want to say, if you are seeing certain people come and go from your life and then they're trying to come back in again, and you know it's been too short of a time that you know they haven't learned anything, changed anything, even somebody that you used to have at a past job, you run into them and they want to try to be friends, but they weren't friends with you back then, they're not going to be friends with you now. So they must want something from you. So pay attention to that shit, because I am realizing more and more how much we are creatures of habits, creatures of patterns. And if you've had somebody in the past that was wrong to you and they come forth and they apologize and then they try to do it all over again, you know they were full of shit. If they come back and they apologize and you see that their behaviors, if you just sit back and observe, they're going to tell you what they're going to do. My neighbor, Miss Rose, in Mississippi used to tell me that. She'd say, well, we already know what he's going to do. And I was like, how do you know that? She goes, just watch him. I know exactly what he's going to do. And I was like, mind you, she was in her 60s. So, and I was in my 40s at the time when I first bought my house. So, or late 40s. So, yeah, I started watching patterns and learning about patterns. And I forget about them until something comes up and tries to bite me in the ass. Pay attention to people's patterns, their habits, if they've changed. If you see someone you haven't seen in a long time and you watch them for a while and you realize, wow, they really have changed, okay? Because after a while, people's masks fall off. And when their masks fall off and you see the real them, it shows you, if you just watch their behaviors, a lot of times you can tell if they've changed or not, if they're going to change or not, if they're going to pull the same shit all over again, or if they even change it up some, but they're still trying to pull the same shit. And you're like, well, it's got a different hat, different flavor, but it's still, the outcome is still the same. You're still trying to take advantage of me somehow. It's time to cut that cord, let that person walk, and tell them, oh, I'm too busy. I got to go do this. I got to go do that. Whatever, right? Even unseen patterns, like somebody that wanted me to teach them about magic. They're like, oh, I did a reading, and you're supposed to be my mentor. And I was like, well, between my channel and work and everything right now, I really don't have the time to do that. But that pissed her off. Okay, I am not here for everybody to take advantage of. I have other people that I'm seeing patterns with that I'm like, I'm starting to put distance between them, because my energy is sacred. My energy, my time. And I might give once or twice, but if it feels like you're starting to now make a pattern of taking advantage of me, I won't be talking to you very much anymore, because I'm not up for you just taking. If you're not giving equal give and take, if you haven't changed, I'm seeing so much more than I ever saw before. And it's like everything comes in divine timing. And I feel like because of that, it's one of the reasons why I'm on the spiritual path I'm on now. One of the reasons why I get the messages that I get, that I see the things moving into the future, that I see the things that I do, because I'm learning everything there has been to learn about certain things. And now for me to learn new things, I have to go into the future and experience other things to learn more, because that's how your soul evolves. That's how your higher self evolves, right? Oh my God, delicious. When you like a sweet creamer, this is Italian sweet cream. It comes from the dollar store, guys. I love this stuff. It's not real. You can sit it out overnight. It'll still be good the next day because it's fake shit. But you know what? When you use sugar and cream, regular sugar and cream for a while, then you switch to one of these, and you're like, every once in a while you treat yourself. It's like, yeah, it gives it a whole new flavor. So I just wanted to say that and put that out there, because the more I realize about patterns and realize, it takes longer than 3, 4, 5, 6 months for someone to change. They really have to hit rock bottom on something or come through a really major lesson to realize this pattern doesn't suit them anymore, or this way of being or seeing things doesn't work anymore. And I just uploaded, by the time you see this one, the other one's going to be uploaded. And then I'll be damned, I did that one last night. Today is Thursday, the 25th or 26th. And the thing of it is when I was realizing all this stuff last night, this morning I get up and there's several videos that are talking about it. And I'm like, so I'm now kind of caught up, because for a long time there, my readings were talking about way into the future. And then somebody came and interrupted my flow, okay, and tried to, hold me back and all this good shit, who's now gone. And I'm just now sitting back and realizing how much I learned, okay? And the angels say, share it, talk about it, share it, talk about it. Let other people know that you get to an age, whether you're in your 20s and you have one friend that's always gaslighting you or giving you some bullshit. It gets tiring after a while. It gets tiring if someone's always saying, hey, do this for me, do this for me. And after a while, you're like, okay, I don't have nothing left to give. Because if you don't refill your cup, you can't keep giving. And some of those keep filling my cup while draining yourself is a pattern. So look at the people around you a little bit differently. Okay, so they're showing me somebody seeing their circle, and then all of a sudden their circle's smaller. Because those people, once you start stop giving these narcissists or these type of people that just want to take, quit giving them anything. I mean, you can try it once, and if they don't give nothing back, and then they come again and they want something again, and then it starts to feel like it's draining you, and they don't give nothing back, or they make no effort to pay you back or say the right thing, and they just come in to take again. No, I'm so sorry. I got to go to work. Oh, I'm sorry. I've got to go meet a friend. Oh, I'm sorry. I just spent my last $20 and put it in my gas tank. I'm sorry, I can't help you. Okay? Do not let people take advantage of you. You will realize the people that care about you will be there for you in an emergency. I talked about this in the other ring. I'm not going to talk about it again. All I'm going to say is that I am learning who my friends really are. Okay? And I'm learning at what levels and what kind of friends they're going to be. Something I've never seen before. To me, everybody was going to be my friend. Now I'm realizing there's levels to that. So maybe you're seeing that too. Maybe that's what this solar eclipse was all about, was seeing different patterns of how some people are going to be hi, how you doing? And that's it. They're not going to want to have a conversation with you. Oh, I'm going home now. So I'd say bye. Bye. Oh, hey, I came to bring you this. Okay. Yeah, how you doing? Yeah, okay. I got to go home now. Okay. Bye. Right? I just had something happen, and I don't know what I'm going to do, but I still need to do this, and I don't want this to happen. And your friend looks at you and goes, okay, well, and then you start talking to him, and then a little while later you go, oh, well, shit. And you go back and you talk to him again, and they're like, yeah, we'll more than, help you, and you can, pay us back when you can, because we know you're not that kind of person. And I can't tell you what kind of a glow up that makes you feel, to have somebody that, even that you just casually work with, see your light, see your worth, see your value, see how you'll always show up, and say, not a problem, we'll fix that for you, and just pay us back out of your next paycheck. I just had somebody do that for me, so I can continue to get to work, because I had already told them, and I meant it. I said, this particular job, twice now in the past 2 years, has told me, we're going to keep you through the winter, because in the winter everything slows down here, and then they didn't. And then they couldn't keep doing the job they were doing because of the extra hours they were having to pull. And so I went and talked to the head boss, and I said, my head boss, I said, if you can put in a good word for me, and even if it's just the 4 hours, I'll keep coming in, because you, and I told both of them, I said, I'm loyal to y'all because y'all have been there for me. And this was before they fixed my car the second time. When I broke my ribs, she came and brought me food. Okay? When I couldn't go to work for a few days there. It was during time in between the on again, off again, working for this place. And then when they went to bat for me and got me my 4 hours so they wouldn't have to do it, I told her, I said, I'll be on my deathbed before I don't come to work. Every day I show up. Every day I show up. Unless I'm running a fever, and I told her, I said, hey, I get sick, I'll wear a mask, unless y'all make me go home, or I'm feeling so bad, or I'm running such a fever, or I'm feeling so bad I can't get up and go. Even when I hurt my back, I found out later I had a broken bone in my back. And we're not talking about my rib, we're talking about this was after, but the hospital never told me. I was just like, wow, really? So, but I kept going to work. I did everything I could. And because they value me and see my worth, they stepped up, they spoke up for me. Those are what real friends do. And when my car broke down, they helped me. And then the next day I got my money came in a little bit sooner on my card than I thought it would. I went right away and gave them $100 out of the $140 I owe them, $133. And I told them, the next check, I'll give you the rest. And they're like, no problem, you could have waited till then. I'm like, nope. I said, it wasn't a lot of money. I said, but this way, I give some of your money back to you right away, and I keep some for me, and we're both getting to, that's like the Gibu room. We're both, I'm paying y'all back some of it, but I'm keeping some for me, and I'll pay you the rest of it on the 1st. So they're like, well, you didn't have to do it that way. I'm like, no, I did. Because to me, it was showing up and saying, thank you for your trust in me. Thank you for you having the belief in me. You see what I'm saying? Because I could have not said anything about that little bit of money that came in. And I said, nope, here you go. I owe them $33.47. And I'll pay that on the 1st when I get my paycheck. So I'm like, I'm gonna do this. Because that was my way of telling them how much I valued them valuing me. They deserved it. And I wish I could have given them the 33, right? But I still have to have gas to get to work till next week. So that felt so good. They have faith and value in me, and I made sure I returned some of that. So, and I keep going back to that job because of those people I work underneath. Because they fought for me. They would give me all the hours that they could give me. She would deliberately take time off of work so I could get 3 or 4 hours in to help pay on my bills. And now next month it'll be so much easier. But over the past 2 years, we have built a very special bond. So I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. As long as they work there and they want me, I will keep showing up for them because they showed up for me. Guys, that's what true friendship is. So if you're seeing this video, maybe there's something you need to take a second look at. If someone that isn't worthy of being in your life, and somebody that maybe who doesn't speak up, isn't very loud in your life, but they've shown you that they do value you. So look at the relationships around you. Which ones are worthy of you that you're also worthy of? Because there's going to be some of them that they're just always going to take. They're never going to give back what you give. Those, kick them to the fucking curb. Yep, kick them to the fucking curb is exactly what I said. Because you know what? When it comes down to it, the people that don't value you are just going to take from you. The people that value you, that you value, there's a worthy bond there. There's security, there's faith, there's friendship, there's true hope, there's true love. Because you can't wear a mask forever and expect everybody to keep giving to you and being nice to you if all you're ever doing is taking, or you're trying to make yourself look good. That mask eventually falls off. And the people that are closest, if you keep abandoning them, they're going to abandon you. But, you stick up for people and they stick up for you, and there's a two-way street there. Those are the best friends to have. My name is Lana. This is The Lighthouse, and I hope you found this video worthy. Guys, hit the like button if you liked what I had to say. Maybe some of you are realizing some of the same stuff. Thank you for all your likes, shares, and subscribes. And I so much appreciate each and every single one of you. And I hope we can all shine our light together, because I'm definitely a light worker. And I'm learning some things. And as I learn more wisdom, I'm more than happy to share it. And if it made you stop and think today about some of the people in your life, all the better. All right, guys. Until next time, love and light.